Hello everyone and welcome to Distinct Mastering. My name is Freddie. Today we're going to be talking about a super cool plugin that UAD recreated of an old piece of hardware from the mid-70s. It's the Eventide HK941. And we're just going to jump right into this. Okay, I just want to let you know that this is one of those slept-on plugins. If you know about it, you know about it. It's really cool for effects and just creating, thickening up sounds, creating harmonies. I used it on a track that I've been working on today on a couple of things, and I'll show you that at the end of this video. Right now, I have it loaded up in a session. I was just playing around with it on some vocals and on just a straight sine wave. And I'm going to kind of go over the controls and show you what this thing can do. Okay, here's the unit. And so the top half right here is the rack mount version that you'd see. And the bottom half are all accessories that you can plug into it. Now, one thing to note, this is a really old unit. It was from the mid-70s, and it was the first of its kind to have an LED screen like this. So this is the first of these LED numbers that started showing up in the studios at this time. So just to go over the controls real quick, you have a line in. If you bypass this, the unit is still going to be processing audio, so you can turn it off. Let me just give you an example here. See how I bypassed it, but if I turn it on, it kind of reverts back to where it was. And wow, you're like, whoa, what is that? So this is just a sine wave, and you can hear it wavering. You see the harmonizer is moving, like I was saying, that it's not perfectly on time. If I turn the harmonizer off, you see it doesn't do that anymore. Now I just have the pure sine wave that I have from Serum. So this line in will turn the unit, will engage the effects essentially, even though the effects are still running through it. If you want to turn the unit off completely from the plugin, you can do so here with this power button. You have an input level, which is one of the most used knobs on this plugin because you can really get some cool effects with this. You have a feedback switch, which introduces some reverb at a certain point in the chain. And then you have the manual control, which you can turn on right here. This will turn on the anti-feedback. This will turn on the keyboard below. And this will turn on the envelope follower. And then basically what you have is you have this mix knob and you have two outputs. So your first output is here on the left, and you could turn it on delay only. When you turn it on delay only, you're going to bypass the pitch shifter, which is running here. And then you have your output 2, and you have basically a volume for output 2, and then your main, this is going to be your volume for the main output of the unit. So you can kind of mix those two together. And then you do have a glide switch for the keyboard as well as a hold switch. And I should also mention, pro tip here, if you right click, you can mute the input level. And if you right click on this mix knob, you can turn it to 100% wet. Same with these, they will solo the outputs temporarily, and you just right click again to get back to where you were. So that's a brief overview of the unit. Last but not least, the typical UA stuff, you have a bunch of presets right here that you can see. So you can favorite some of your own. Suggest you kind of run through some of those presets if you have some time and you own this unit. Okay, let's get into playing with this thing. First, I'm going to show it to you with a vocal because that's the first thing you'd think to use this thing with. So here is a different unit. And let me just show you what you can do. So you can pitch shift. Now the cool thing is I'm on the manual pitch right now. Now check this out. Now the sum of the delays, they will add up. So if I go 7.5, 15, 30, 60, it's just the sum of all of these, whatever I depress. I mean, you can see you can get some really wacky stuff. Now look, let me engage output 2. And turn down the input level. It's almost one of those plugins where you kind of just want to have it recording what you do because you're going to catch some really cool sound effects. Like that. Okay, so let's go to the anti-feedback, so that disables the manual. So this one's kind of got like a stuttery type effect. Let's take off some of these. And look, let me show you what delay only sounds like. Now you could mix between the two or control the output of those delays. So you could just use it as a delay unit if you'd like. Oops, that one's disabled. So you get this robotic feel. And then you can get feedback loops. Really cool, really cool. So with the keyboard, you can then dictate pitch by pressing. And you can glide. Now, the thing with the keyboard is it's not mappable to MIDI that I've found, but the secret to it is you can automate it. So you could just be like, oh, I want it to be on this key from this point to this point, and this key from this point to this point. And now I can imitate me playing this keyboard. And so you can get some really cool things going on that way with the glide. And last but not least, we have this envelope follower, which just kind of gives you an attack and release, and then the sensitivity. Yeah, there's so many cool features to this. And what the manual basically says is you just got to experiment and play around with it. That's why I suggest you record it. Okay, moving on, I'm gonna go backwards. And first I had put it on this synth here, and it's just the sine wave with serum that you heard before. But I'm gonna play with this a little bit and show you what this thing can do. Let's go back here. See, look at this input. Let's turn on these, match these. This is disabled in this mode. And then check this out. See, I can do mix between the two, go wet by right clicking. Same thing here. I can solo what that's doing. I can solo what this is doing. So maybe I want this one to be further. So you can like create risers and weird lasers. Possibilities with this thing are endless. So really cool plugin to have in your back pocket. Okay, I am going to show you a track I'm currently working on. And if you've been paying attention to my videos the last couple weeks, it's the same song. And I'm going to show you kind of how I use this harmonizer. One place you probably wouldn't think to use it might be your drums. I actually used it to thicken up my claps and snares. On this track, I have quite a bit of, I have 2 claps, 2 snares, and there's like some top loops that I've added as well just to get certain sounds from them. And I'm just gonna loop up this drum section here so you can hear this. But let me bypass this harmonizer. It's real subtle. I'm gonna turn it on. And to show you what it's doing, I'm gonna go ahead and right click here. So that's 100% wet. And it's just giving it a little added thickness. Let's listen to it in context with this track. That's off. So it really brought it up. Put it in the top of the track without raising the volume almost, just like thickened it up. There's before. And here's with it. So that's the one first case that I use this plugin with. And then what I did is I used this plugin pretty extensively on the vocals in this track, and I'm gonna show you how. First of all, what I did is I have it going in this chorus. I have one harmonizer here on this send, and I have some automation happening with the manual. So that's what it's doing. That's by itself. And that is with that. And then another thing that I did was I added another one here where over in this breakdown, I did this crazy swelling and I did a feedback loop, which was really interesting. To do it right and to not overload my DAW, I had to set up a gain, a utility with a gain here to automate this down. And I'm just going to go ahead and play this for you. It's on solo. So you're actually hearing both harmonizers at the moment. And here the feedback is building up. There you hear it, but it's pretty buried and it's swelling back down. Well, there you have it. That is the Universal Audio recreation of the Eventide Harmonizer. I think it's a super game-changing plugin. I do feel that, you know, having the hardware would be really cool to get your hands with the knobs and twisting and turning while, you know, whatever you got running through it. I think you could get some really cool effects that way. But you just got to get in with the automation. And I'd love to hear how you guys are using it. Please drop me a comment down below because I'm just getting really into the thing, but I want to try it on more instruments and just all kinds of stuff. It's got such a bit of randomness to it. You never know what you're going to get. So I'd love to hear what you guys have experimented with and what you've gotten out of it. If you found this video useful, please consider following my channel, hitting that subscribe button, hitting the like button on the video for the YouTube algorithm, and then the bell notification will keep you up to date on future videos. My name is Freddie from Distinct Mastering, and I will catch you on the next one. And in the meantime, check out this video on this other UAD plugin. I think you're going to enjoy it. Peace.